Hello, YouTube. It's me, Junior.
And I'm Godzilla, yo.
And we're back with the next long-awaited Ask G&G.
Very long awaited. It's been at least a year. Holy shit, we're behind.
Yeah, but now we're getting our acts together, and we're finally producing another episode. We ended up digging up all the questions we had lost. It turns out the document was mislabeled. It did not say Ask G&G, so we just couldn't ever find it.
But now we got it, so fuck off, Dad.
Anyways, we're gonna have several questions today. The first one is from Twitter.
Remember, if you want your question answered before everybody else's, leave it on Twitter at B3 Productions. Link provided in the description below.
And, if you don't have a Twitter, you can just leave it in the YouTube comments.
Alright, so let's have the question.
Our first Twitter priority question reads, do you plan on having kids one day? Well, I gotta be honest, I haven't really thought about it. Kids is just something that I've never really cared about, I mean, if one day I have a partner who wants to have kids, I'll think about it, but until then, I don't really care. What about you, Godzilla?
Well, to be completely honest, Bud, I actually think I would like to have kids someday.
Really? You?
Yes, me. I think I've been doing a pretty good job with Mini Gigan, and, it kind of makes me want to be a dad, I'll admit.
Wow. Didn't really expect that from you. Huh.
Anyways, how about our next Twitter priority question? This one reads, Dear Gigan, what were you like before you got your cyborg parts? Or were you born with them?
Oh, that's actually a neat question. Obviously, I was not born with cyborg parts. That wouldn't make any sense. But when I was born, I had to have immediate cybernetic surgery. My species cannot survive in Earth's atmosphere. That's why my dad is a cyborg, and that's why I'm a cyborg. As I grew up, I had to have those parts replaced for larger parts and more up-to-date parts. And now that I've basically stopped growing, I don't have to get any more necessary upgrades, but I can still get upgrades if I wish. Of course, my cybernetic parts are far more advanced than anything that currently exists in this time period, so I don't think that'll be happening anytime soon.
Yeah, good point.
The next question reads, why did you stop using your gaming channel? I answered the last one. You want to take this one, bud?
Sure. Well, you see, the reason B3 stopped using his gaming channel, Super Friends Benefits, is because, one, he doesn't really game much, at least not video games. And when he stopped using it, he wasn't doing a lot of tabletop stuff. I know B3 does a ton of tabletop stuff now, but he wasn't in the past. And since he's not a big video gamer, he just shut that down, and he moved video games to the main channel. And he wasn't even playing them then. I was playing them, but I still haven't done one of those in a while because I'm not super big into video games either. But he shut that channel down because it wasn't getting any views, and it wasn't content that he was passionate about at all. I mean, all the videos are still up. You can still go to the channel and watch through his things. He hasn't even logged into that channel in a long time, though. For all we know, it could have gone viral. But, yeah, Super Friends Benefits is just not being used. It's still there. You can still watch all of it. There's even still a link in the description below. But he just doesn't use it anymore. He posts video game stuff on the main channel, and he posts tabletop stuff on this channel. So, lahayim. And our last question of the day reads, Hey Godzilla, do you think the legendary Pokemon Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza are like kaiju?
I mean, it makes sense to me, right? I mean, there's only one of them. They're usually very large. Seems like kaiju.
Yeah, especially if you count that, synthetic Groudon thing that was in that bad Jirachi movie. That's absolutely a kaiju, because it's not even a Pokemon.
Very true, very true. But there is an argument to be made that those Pokemon are more like elemental forces, or maybe even gods.
Yeah, but elemental forces can of course be kaiju.
That's true. I'm not sure I see gods as kaiju, though.
Nor I, so I wouldn't call Arceus a kaiju.
But, Groudon, Rayquaza, and Kyogre, sure, they make sense.
Yeah.
But that is it for today's episode of Ask G&G. Please leave us some questions down in the comment section below.
Yeah, and if you want your questions answered before everyone else, please leave them on Twitter, at B3 Productions, link in the description below.
So that is it. Thank you all very much for your support.
And we'll see you all in a year.
No, well, it'll be sooner than that. We just need one more question for to have enough to make a new episode.
Yeah, and there's no Jesus.
Stop.